Hello everybody, welcome back to Asura Psych. I'm Asura, and today I've got a piece of advice for you that I think is absolutely essential if you're in the early stages of typing yourself or you think that you might be mistyped. So as a certified MBTI practitioner, this is the one piece of advice that I give to everyone, and you're supposed to. This is the first thing you're supposed to tell a client when you're working with them, and that is make sure you answer the questions on the assessment in a way that reflects not who you are now, but who you truly are or who you truly prefer to be. Because what MBTI is really measuring is your natural preferences and your natural ways of engaging with the world. And if life puts you in a situation or ongoing scenario where you're unable to naturally be yourself, then it's going to be a struggle for you to answer on the MBTI in a way that reflects your true nature. Let's take a look at an example of that. Say there's a single parent with multiple children. They live a very structured and organized life because they want to make sure their children are taken care of. But that person truly prefers to live an open, relaxed life with no schedules. But they make sure that they live a scheduled life so they can take care of their family. That person isn't going to get their true type if they answer all the questions on the MBTI in a way that reflects the J instead of perceiving on the judging perceiving axis. And think about how that would affect the outcome of that person's personality type, because a J and a P reflects extroverted judging versus extroverted perceiving, which flips the entire function stack. It's important that people take a look inwards before they take a personality assessment and truly think about, what do I really prefer? Who am I truly? Not who I am now, because external influences, things that affect us from the outside in a way that make it so we don't really know who we are at the moment, can have a huge impact on the outcome of a personality assessment such as the MBTI. So my piece of advice for anyone struggling is to just make sure you truly look at yourself before every single question on the test. Really make sure you're thinking that this is who I am, truly, not this is who I am now. And I think that's an essential piece of advice that everybody needs to know before they hop into a personality assessment like the MBTI. I also want to clarify the importance of making sure that you don't answer in a way that reflects who you wish you were, because the ideal self also isn't exactly reflective of the true self either. See, it's hard to sometimes balance between who we are in the present and the ideal self and kind of figure out who we really are. And this is like the idea of the looking glass self, that everyone around us kind of sees a different version of us, and we as people tend to see different versions of ourselves as well. It's hard to sometimes truly get into a state of introspection and really think about who we are as people. But I think it's important that you at least know this idea before you sit down to take a personality assessment like the MBTI. You want to think about the idea that I need to be answering in a way that truly reflects me as a person and not who I am now, and not the ideal self either. And if you can find that balance, then you're likely to be more successful in trying to find your true personality type. If you're mistyped or you're struggling to find your type after being within MBTI for a long time, it really could be worth it to go back and really zone in on the areas of your personality type that you think are the problem areas and ask yourself the questions that I've proposed in this video. Because if you really get down to the root of why you think you might be mistyped and then ask yourself those questions, you're likely to come across your real personality type, or you might find out that you're not mistyped and you are what you think you are, but maybe some stereotypes spread around on the internet confused you. Because that's another issue with MBTI, is it's become kind of diluted online, where people don't really know the real MBTI information, and it can get easy for people to read these stereotypes and then really get confused about what their type is because they don't understand what's really happening. But I think it's important that instead of looking outwards towards stereotypes and things such as that, that you really look inwards, because the personality assessment is measuring you as a person. It's not measuring what other people think of you. It's not measuring anything like that. It's measuring you and your natural preferences. So if you test and answer in the ways that are the truest and most honest that you can, I really do think that the MBTI is very good at measuring who you are and how you naturally engage with the world. I hope you've enjoyed this video. This has been Asura at Asura Psych. I do just want to quickly say that I did recently relaunch my Patreon with all new reward tiers. If you'd like to check that out, please look down below. Whoever wants to be my first patron, you can be my friend. I'll appreciate it. This has been a Sarah at a Sarah Psych. Have a good one.